Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another No Man's Sky Endurance Update episode. So last time we were here, we needed to install and build the hyperdrive for our ship, and we successfully got that built with the help of our new teleporter. We were able to go up to the space station. We were able to talk to someone there that decoded the blueprint, or decoded the archives, which led to us getting this blueprint. We discovered a crashed freighter, which is where the blueprint was actually located. And then we went around, we made some money, we bought some microprocessors, we refined some chromatic metal, and next thing you know, we have ourselves a working hyperdrive, except it doesn't have any fuel in it. So that's where we're starting off today. We need to get up into orbit, and we need to scan for antimatter traces, and that's what's going to allow us to fuel our hyperdrive so we can start, warping around and visiting some of the other planetary systems that are here. So that's where we're starting off today. We're going to head to orbit. I'm going to go ahead and check my launch thrusters, which are looking a little low. We got a bunch of extra uranium, so let's go ahead and charge that up. And let's take off and get into orbit. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now that we're up in orbit here, let's go ahead and run a scan for antimatter traces. Antimatter trace detected, target locked. Ah, so here we find ourselves looking at another planet. So I'm going to go ahead and pulse drive on over there. Okay. Well, that landing didn't go so well. I think I hit my scan key instead of my land key. Take two. Okay. Here we are on the frozen planet of Shvilokuk. Yep, that was perfect pronunciation. Nailed it. Okay, so it is pretty cold here. We've already got some local fauna in the area, but looks like we need to activate our target sweep. Looks like it is in this general direction. So let's get going. Hopefully these guys are not aggressive. I can feed with creature pellets? I don't think I have any of those. I do not. Finalizing signal. Antimatter trace located. I'm guessing that's here, so our target sweep was maybe a little off. That's okay. Does this guy have wings? That interesting. Nothing found. Damaged container. New item recorded to catalog a Korvax casing. What exactly is this? The metallic shell of a disconnected electronic life form that was too distant from its kind to be refreshed with a new entity. Highly prized by all species, not least its own. Interesting. Okay, so what's going on here? Whispering egg? I don't quite think that's what I'm here for. Maybe we'll experiment a little though once we get what we came for. Oh wow, look at this.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
I think this place has seen better days. What is this? Search. More projectile ammunition. Interesting. Let's take a look at this corrupted terminal. So here's more of our residual goop. The Eye of the Anomaly. Terminal online. Ooh. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single, unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. You will find us when the time is right. 16. New product formula learned. Antimatter contained negative matter and baryogenesis antiparticles. The vast energy potential of antimatter makes it highly valuable. 95% of existing antimatter consumption is in the powering of Starship hyperdrives. Warning, uncontained usage is not recommended. Okay, so our required parts here are going to be chromatic metal and condensed carbon. Oh, would you look at that, a microprocessor. Sure could have used that. Okay, exosuit guidance alert, warp cells. The hyperdrive status is currently unfueled, and antimatter is craftable, so the recommendation is craft a warp cell. Craft antimatter and antimatter housing to make hyperdrive warp cells. Okay, so we need to gather the antimatter components, which looks like we may have already done, so now we need to craft antimatter. So we're going to go into tab to access the inventory. Thankfully we do have a free slot chilling here, so let's go ahead and left click. Okay, so we are going to need more of the chromatic metal. I didn't think we had any of that. So in order to make the chromatic metal, we are going to need a portable refiner. And in order to make one of these, we're going to need metal plating. So do I have the ferrite dust? I do. Perfect. Let's go ahead and slap this down here. Portable refiner. So this is going to take carbon. This is going to be our input. Let's do a quick refresher. What is it that the antimatter needs? It needs 25. Gotcha. Okay, let's put in our carbon. Now, let's put in... Thought we had some leftover copper. It does not seem so. It's probably sitting in our portable refiner at the base. That would be my guess. So let's go ahead and use the silver that we have here. Requested operation unavailable. Okay, so we can't do that. So let's use the uranium then. Put in 50. Uranium is only going to get us ferrite dust. Well, that's not quite what we're after. So is copper really the only thing here that's going to get us? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay. So let's back out of here. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to need a copper deposit, it seems. Okay, there seems to be one here at about 500 steps away. Is there one closer, perhaps? There's one at 450. There's one at 405. I'm thinking this one at 405 is where we go. We have now traveled 20,000 steps. It looks like we've unlocked a new title as well. It looks like we've discovered another new item called the Geck Relic, a metal statuette of a creature with a coin placed in its beak, popular with many traders who see it as an emblem of fair commerce and peace. Yeah, that's great. It's not great for my inventory, but it's great. Alright, let's get us some copper. Alright. Looks like we cleared that out. Hopefully that should give us enough to go ahead and get the chromatic metal that we need. Let me go ahead and double check on inventory space. Yep, looks like we're good there. Go ahead and reorganize a little bit. Yeah, that looks alright. And we need 25 chromatic metal for the antimatter? Yes. Okay.
Technology recharge.
Okay. And now we can make antimatter.
Constructed.
Awesome. Now we need to assemble the antimatter housing, which I'm guessing they really want us to do with a free slot, don't they? sure do. Antimatter housing, it takes oxygen and ferrite dust, which we already have enough of. And now we need to craft the warp cell. Use the antimatter and antimatter housing to create the warp cell. Okay. My inventory management is not so good right now. Okay, here's the warp cell. And now we need to fuel the hyperdrive. I'm pretty sure we're a little too far away to do that, or can we do that from here? Correct, yeah, we're a little too far away for that. So, let's go ahead and pick up the portable refiner. Now let's see, yep, the ship is here. Go ahead and tag that. And let's go ahead and get on back to the ship. Okay, now that we're back at the ship, let's go ahead and pop in so our shield can recharge. Hop into our inventory, select the hyperdrive, and let's create or install the warp cell, which looks like it'll give us 20% energy. Okay. So getting that condensed carbon, the oxygen, the ferrite dust, the chromatic metal, that's all something we're going to have to probably get pretty good at getting and having on us in order to charge this up and keep going. Okay. Okay, so it looks like now we need to launch into space, and I'm assuming we're going to test out our warp drive. So let's go ahead. Get off this cold planet. Okay, interstellar travel. The galaxy map offers a wealth of information about nearby planetary systems. Browse nearby systems or available routes to choose your next destination. So in space, access the galaxy map from the quick menu. Move along specific paths or browse and choose your own route. Warping requires warp fuel in your hyperdrive, and some systems require hyperdrive upgrades to access. Okay, so let's warp to another system. Ooh, this map is crazy. Okay, we can enable free look. Okay, so I'm using the A and D key to kind of spin around here, and I'm using the Q and E to kind of change the vertical view, it seems. So this is our current location. I'm going to right click to enter free look, and now I can use my mouse to kind of look around. And it looks like this solid line probably indicates that this is a system that we could get to. I'm guessing maybe the dashed line out of jump range. Yeah, so we'd probably have to jump to this one. How can I target down here? So W and S are zooming in and out here. Using the up and down arrow keys is applying a filter. And using the left and right arrow keys is changing the route that it's offering. So it looks like I have two options: the Free Explorer and Path to the Galactic Core. Gotcha, okay. I'm going to zoom in while free looking, and we're going to select this target system. And yeah, let's warp there. Okay, here we are on the Asvaya ecosystem. Ooh. Auto diagnostics. Starship monitoring system reports hyperdrive error. Warp fuel depleted. Okay. Searching for fuel source. Searching. Searching? Hello? Whew. Okay. Obtained. Warp fuel source in. Oh no. Not the 16s. I don't think that's very helpful. Accept guidance to fuel source? I mean, I think if we don't take the guidance, we may just be stuck. I don't know that I like the idea of just being stuck. Okay. Yeah, alright, we'll go ahead and accept the guidance. Yeah, guidance accepted. I'm already regretting it. Plotting route. Fuel source detected. Whoa, man, we could have guessed that. So this is a noxious planet? Okay. Let's go ahead and head there. I'm gonna go ahead and pulse drive there. We don't have a ton of pulse fuel. Maybe we can charge this.
Technology recharge.
Okay, that's a decent amount for now. Alright, see if I can land better than I did last time. Looking like any great spots here. Let's just go right here. I may have just destroyed something on the way in. Okay. External toxicity 57.1. That doesn't sound great. The weather is choking clouds. Sounds like probably toxic or acid rain while we're at it. What's our critical exposure? Okay, so not terrible. We have about 8 minutes on a full charge. That's fine. Okay, let's take a look at our target sweep. Okay.
Toxic protection falling.
So here we go. Let's start making a run for it. Okay. These look like the knowledge stones. Wisdom of the Korvax. I can't make heads or tails of this. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns towards me. Light steams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. I mean, we're here. We might as well take it. The name Korvax floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Okay, so now we seem to know 3 words: Geck, friend, and Korvax. The wisdom of the Korvax. Let's check this one out. You've now learned the Korvax word for traveler. So it seems like these are 2 separate entities. So we know the word Geck, and then we know the Geck word for friend. And now we know the word Korvax, and we know the Korvax word for traveler. Okay. The heart of the anomaly. A Korvax monolith. The structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveler? Is it friend? I don't know what this is. I don't think I can call this a friend. I'm definitely a traveler right now. It feels strange, responding to questions I am unsure that I am being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? I don't know. Well, I don't think I can be first. I've been following behind this dude since we got the base computer. So I don't think it can be first, or whatever it is. I guess it would be me. I do not know how I am being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again. Have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? Well, this we can definitely answer. We have seen it, and it most certainly has seen us. We saw it in the panel, and we saw it in that Geck, and that Geck definitely had a Crimson Eye experience, if you will. So both. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected? Alert! Alert! The boundaries fall. The walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler. Looks like I was given a warp cell from that. And now I need to find the mysterious messenger and make my way into space. This is wild. Okay, so here we are back at our ship. This planet is really cool. I love the aesthetic. So I'd like to find another planet like this one eventually. So maybe we can keep toxic planets kind of on our radar. Maybe we'll make it back to one similar to this. But let's get up into space. Explore nearby planets or search in a new system. Access the galaxy map with X. Access the log to browse other missions. So we have a new mission for base computer archives being available. So let's take a look at our available missions here. So the Awakenings mission, this seems to be our main story here. The objective is to locate your benefactor. The monolith revealed a strange message, right? So we now need to use the galaxy map to search for clues. We also have some secondary missions. We could scan animals, plants, and minerals. Looks like we could explore the system discover the planets. We also have our base computer archives available, so we could go back and do that. So here's I think what we do. I think we're going to head over to this space station that's close. That way we can discover the terminal that's here. We'll go ahead and warp back to our base, and maybe we'll work on one of these base computer archives. I've got a bunch of salvage data here in my exosuit. I've got 7. Plus we're having a bit of an inventory problem here, so I think it'd be good to get back to our main base and figure out what's going on. And since one of our secondary missions is to come back here and explore, we might come back to this toxic planet and maybe set up a base on this one in our next episode. But let's get to the space station. Perfect. Now we are here at a terminal. We might as well try and sell a couple of things that we have. Again, maybe free up that inventory space. We can sell this Korvax casing. We can definitely sell the Geck Relic. Now we're not going to need another of these portable refiners, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell this to get rid of it. I think we'll hang on to the microprocessor that we have. Is there anything in our ship inventory? No, there's not. That's fine. Out of curiosity, can we buy antimatter or warp cells here? We cannot, so it is very much something that must be crafted. Okay. Awesome. What about... Let's talk to our mission agent here. Cool, so we can pick up some missions while we're here. So this will have to be something that we do when we come back. Okay, and that'll be a good way for us to pick up some units or some credits. I've seen this alien's insignia before. They are a member of the Explorers Guild. They do not seem interested in the data I have to offer. Perhaps the mission listings agent on the station might have a way to prove my worth. Ah, okay. So that would be doing missions for this guy here. This is our cartographer. The Korvax. Ah, gotcha. The Korvax looks up, swiftly scans me, then reveals their catalog of maps and charts. Exchange specific charts, ask for help, or purchase a random map. I'm not quite sure what these maps do. Let's ask for help. I ask cartographer Onder for help. They point at a map on their screen, then towards a depiction of the waypoint towers found at most planetary sites. They seem to be requesting I gather data from these towers. Okay. Wonder if that's anything like the tower we found on that last planet. Do we have any charts to exchange? Ah, we need the navigation data in order to make this exchange, and that's not something that we have. We can also sell to this guy. That's pretty interesting. Sure. Now what happens if we buy a map? We've got some nanites. We haven't used them for anything just yet, so let's spend it. A planetary chart contains directions to a point of interest. Access the planetary chart in your inventory and plot a route with E. Collect new charts from the cartographer on space stations. Ah, so that would be this. Okay. We're going to put this in our starship inventory for now. We're going to put this in the cargo section. But let's go ahead and head back to our main base. Oh, it landed the ship literally in front of the front door. Amazing. Okay. So, the base computer archives are partially restored. Let's go ahead and interact with this computer and see what we've learned. The automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered, 6%. New data available. Yeah, let's search the archives. Entry number 4925X follows. The last one we got, I believe, was 4925F, so we've made quite the jump here. Found additional buried technology modules. Construction proceeding smoothly. Recent expedition yielded copying data to additional data available. Construction logs recovered. Blueprints reassembled and prepared for download. Let's search. Base technology data extracted. Downloading plans. Storage container plans restored. Thank goodness. It's like they saw my inventory. Storage container. Spacious additional storage for inventory items. It requires magnetized ferrite and sodium. Readable archive retrieval complete. Beginning defragmentation of next segment. Very cool. Now, is that something that I can build already? No, I still need some magnetized ferrite. Let's see if we can make any. With our portable refiner here. So here's our copper that we should have picked up the last time we were here. And the magnetized ferrite, was this the pure into magnetized? Yes, it was. Let's just go ahead and convert all of it while we're here. That'll free up an inventory slot anyways. Oh, this thing is ginormous. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking then. Let's get this up on a floor. Yeah. That looks good. Did we research the ramp yet? I'm not sure that we did. It does not look like it. We've got the extra salvage data. Let's see how much the ramp costs. Maybe we can make accessing the storage a little easier. It just cost 1. And it takes pure ferrite. Of course, what we had just finished making. Okay. So let's grab some of our regular ferrite dust that we have. Grab half. Let's make a ramp. Hey, that's not so bad. And it requires power. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. That's not quite what I was after. Electrical wiring. And I think I just deleted my wires. Not cool. Too close to Starship. Really now. Okay. This seems a little interesting. Probably another brilliant landing job, yep. Let's fix our little mistake with the wires here. Okay, that's better. Now I'm wondering... what happens if we do this? Let's actually delete this. We'll run it up over the top. Now let's see if we can access this from the outside. We sure can. Now, well, let us pull through the wall. It sure will. Okay, maybe a little janky. We might be able to do some work to clean that up. We might be able to find like a way to snap wires to, or like attach them to walls. So I think that'll help clean it up, but at least again the wire's not like in the middle of the walkway or anything, so that feels pretty good. Let's see how much time we have. 22 hours? Okay, cool. And now let's see how big our storage container is. 20 slots, hey, that feels pretty good. So if we drop in some of these things... We haven't had to use the dihydrogen a ton. These all feel pretty important. Maybe let's put the salvage data up top. Sodium here. Go nitrogen, uranium, copper. Put the chromatic metal here. Okay, not bad. And since we should be close enough to the ship, let's go ahead and charge it with the warp cell. Awesome. Okay. So this is feeling pretty good here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our log one more time. Now, we do need to wait for additional data to be restored, so we're not going to be able to do this one next. I think what we should do is we should maybe go back and work on this exploration guide. Oh, this exploration guide seems to have updated to be this planet here. Flora documented and minerals analyzed. Okay, so it looks like that this, I'm guessing maybe that this secondary mission might just update to be for whatever system or planet we're on at the time. Fair enough. So I think here's what we do. We are going to go ahead and call the episode for today, but I think what we're going to do is the next time we're here, we're going to travel back to the system that we were at before. We're going to try and pick up some of the quests from the mission board, that mission agent up on the space station, and then we'll go back to the toxic planet and maybe see how many of those we can complete on that planet, and maybe we'll look to set up a second base there. And once we've done that, we can go ahead and, you know, work on our primary mission of using the galaxy map. We can try to jump from that other system to a new one and see if we can find any clues that way. But I think, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, you know, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, hit the red subscribe button below the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Later!